This month, Community Care City of Kawartha Lakes is presenting a special feature to highlight the agency's many support services. These include transportation and home help, community dining, Meals on Wheels, emergency response, friendly visits, home maintenance, personal care, social and recreational programs, and much more. And if you have a need for some assistance, chances are Community Care has a program that can help. So enjoy this week's Community Care success story from a Community Care volunteer, and don't hesitate to contact Community Care, Kawartha Lakes.
Hand me that wrench, will you, Chuck? It's time to put a new spark plug in this old snowblower. Sure, Henry. Hard to get the old one out sometimes, isn't it? But I still think you're rushing the season a bit. Maybe, said Henry, but my biggest problem now is that I don't know what I'm going to eat for supper. With the bride gone and I'm on my own, and I never learned to cook anything except maybe an egg or a cup of tea or a burger on the barbecue. Know the problem, and I know you miss your mate, Chuck sympathized. Maybe you need some cooking lessons, old buddy. You keep eating from a can and you'll either fade away to nothing or grow fatter than a Thanksgiving turkey, one or the other. Well, I can manage breakfast okay, and even a sandwich, Chuck, but I sure do miss that hot home cooking. Of course, I miss much more than that. Chuck and Henry are old friends and neighbors. Henry's facing some tough lifestyle decisions these days. Let's visit Chuck and Henry again as they change the oil, plug, and filter on that snowblower. Chuck's still a bit worried about Henry's inadequate diet. You know, Henry, you can get some help with your hot meal problem. Oh yeah, Henry asked. How's that? Well, you can probably get some pretty good meals delivered right to your door. You know, like a hot entree, a dinner roll, some soup, and probably even a tasty dessert. Oh, sure, Chuck, you and your good wife are going to start feeding me and the neighborhood. Not bloody likely, but thanks for the kind thought. Whoa, now don't get me wrong, old buddy, but I'm not planning a regular pipeline to your appetite. No way. Well, it's okay, Chuck. I'm no moocher. I'll find a way to fend for myself, but I guess I'll have to get this grease off my hands before I raid the fridge. Henry, Chuck pressed on, what I had in mind was Meals on Wheels. You could call them and see what's available. I hear their meals are pretty darn good. Oh, I couldn't do that. I may not be a great chef, but I don't need to lose my independence, and I sure don't need to beg or be a burden on anybody. Anyway, they don't know me, and they'll see I manage pretty well on my own. Sure, said Chuck, but that's not the point. I bet they'd be happy to help. They have a system already up and running, so adding one more address to their route wouldn't be a problem. I think you should give them a call. Henry thought about it. Well, maybe. I guess I could call and see about it, but nobody else needs to know. My kids, for instance. I don't want anybody to think I can't manage. You know the Meals on Wheels number, Chuck? Chuck and Henry put the tarp over the snowblower. They hope to play a lot more golf before the snow flies and they have to start clearing driveways. Henry went in to make a phone call to Community Care. Chuck was on his way home when he noticed Alice Wiltshire struggling to get her walker out of the back of her car. Find out next time how she makes out.
Hi, I'm Joan Skelton, Director of Community Support Services with Community Care City of Kawartha Lakes. This year, our agency is celebrating 30 years of service. For more information on the variety of programs to help older adults remain independent and engaged in their community, and the many health, wellness, and support services for people of all ages, or to find out how you can support our work through volunteering or the Community Care Foundation, call us at 705-324-7323 or visit cccKL.ca.